Wei lived inside Singapore's flawless machinery. Every minute of his days was sliced thin and perfectly scheduled. Work glowed through multiple monitors, home glowed through his phone. The city itself glowed Marina Bay's lights, the super tall towers, the never-ending shimmer of ambition. He was good at it, exceptionally good. Emails answered in seconds, feeds refreshed reflexively. Notifications arrived like small heartbeats he could no longer tell apart from his own. But the inside of him had turned the color of old concrete, flat, quiet, gray. One ordinary Tuesday night something cracked. He looked at the glowing rectangle in his hand, felt the familiar tiny jolt of dread when the next ping would come, and instead he just stopped. Power button, airplane mode, silent, off. All of them. The silence rushed in like cold water. It was louder than any notification had ever been. His ears rang with nothing. His chest felt hollow. For several long minutes he sat frozen, waiting for the panic to pass, waiting to reach for the phone again. He didn't. Instead, he walked out into the night, past closed hawker centers, past gleaming shopping malls still lit for no one, past the low hum of the last MRT trains disappearing underground. Wet pavements reflected sodium streetlights in long orange streaks. He kept walking without a destination, letting the city breathe around him instead of through a screen. Eventually, he found himself inside one of those secret rooftop gardens that hide above the financial district's small jungle of jasmine, frangipani, and potted ferns someone had carefully tended. The skyline glittered below like a circuit board left running overnight. He sat among the plants. And then, for the first time in years, he cried. Not dramatically, just quietly. For evenings, he had scrolled instead of calling his mother. For sunsets, he had photographed instead of watched. For conversations, he had half listened to while mentally composing replies. For the hundreds of small, unrepeatable moments he had traded for refresh buttons. He stayed until the sky began to change. Dawn arrived the way it always does over Marina Bay. First a pale bruise along the horizon, then soft orange pink bleeding into gold, then sudden sharp light bouncing off glass towers and water. Birds appeared, tiny insistent calls cutting through the early traffic drone. Wind moved the leaves beside him. Something in Wei loosened. Not everything, not forever, but enough. He started small after that night. Phone-free Sundays became sacred. He ate breakfast without music or scrolling. He truly looked at the way light hit the surface of the bay. He listened when friends spoke. He noticed when the jasmine on the rooftop opened at dusk. The city never stopped its glittering, roaring, efficient life. Skyscrapers still burned bright. Notifications still waited on his devices when he turned them back on. But Wei was no longer drowning inside the hum. He had remembered there was room for birdsong, for breath, for silence, for ordinary slow mornings right beside all the shining machinery. And in that small, hard-won space between the screens and the skyline, he began to live again.